It's been a few days since Palantir hit the new all-time high, yet Palantir managed to stay strong in the market. This is something we've never seen before. Skeptics are almost gone. Analysts are saying a 100x jump could be around the corner. New massive contracts for Palantir have been announced, but Meta CEO just shaken the whole AI space with his genius plan. And Palantir is in the prime position for it. What is happening? And what on earth am I even talking about? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. It's now the third day since Palantir completely took off, hitting a brand new all-time high, and surprisingly, it's still holding strong. Right now, the price has settled around $119 per share, showing no signs of a major pullback. After a run this crazy, you'd think it would cool off, but so far it's standing firm, and that's got everyone talking. This is a big deal. When a stock explodes like this, there's always a wave of doubt, and Palantir has had plenty of skeptics, especially the bears. They've been calling it a bubble, saying it's only a matter of time before it crashes back down. But today, that argument isn't holding up too well. Instead of collapsing, Palantir is proving its strength, leaving short sellers and doubters scrambling. What's happening here is something we don't see often. A stock making this kind of move and then stabilizing at such a high level? That's rare. And it could mean a lot for the future. Are we looking at the start of something even bigger? Or is this just the calm before another storm? Either way, this moment is huge, and all eyes are on what happens next. But here's the thing, this might not just be some random price movement. One analyst on Twitter pointed out that what's happening right now is actually a huge moment for Palantir, something that could decide where the stock goes next. According to him, Friday's rejection at that crucial $120 resistance level is the key. If the bulls manage to push through it, we could see another explosive rally, with $128 as the next big target. That would mean even more upside for Palantir, keeping the momentum alive. But there's a catch. The stock is already looking pretty overextended on every time frame, including the weekly and monthly charts. Now, if Palantir struggles again at $120 and gets rejected, things could take a different turn. In that case, a quick drop to $110 for a support retest wouldn't be surprising. And if that level doesn't hold, then $99 could be the next stop. So, while the stock is still riding high, this next move is going to be critical. Whether it's another leg up or a sharp pullback, we're about to find out. But here's the thing. While some people are skeptical and waiting for a pullback, others are insanely bullish. And I mean really bullish. Just like this one analyst on Twitter, who straight up said that Palantir is on track to hit $1,000 per share by 2030. Yeah, you heard that right. A full-on 4-digit price target. That's the kind of confidence some bulls have in Palantir's long-term growth. Of course, a call like that sounds crazy to a lot of people, but in the stock market, anything can happen. And with the way Palantir has been moving lately, it's no surprise that some investors are thinking big. But wait, something big just happened with Palantir, and you need to hear this. Remember how we talked in previous videos about how Palantir is just getting started? Well, today, we got even more proof of that. A Twitter analyst just revealed that Palantir just landed a massive new contract, and this is a huge deal. Basically, the Department of Health and Human Services just awarded Palantir an initial contract worth over $6 million, plus an extra $375,000 for another project. And this isn't just a one-time thing. The contract runs from January to June 2025, which means it could easily lead to even bigger deals down the line. Once the platform is fully up and running, there's a good chance we'll see more licensing fees, additional modules, and longer contract periods. In other words, this is just the beginning. Palantir keeps proving that it's locking in real, high-value contracts, and if this trend continues, who knows how far it can go. Huge shout-out to the people making these deals happen. This is another major step forward. And just to add even more fuel to the fire, remember yesterday when we talked about how Donald Trump's IRS job / might affect Palantir? Well, to shut down all those skeptics, today we found out that the IRS has also recently awarded Palantir a massive contract. One Twitter analyst broke it down for everyone, saying that Palantir had already been awarded a huge $137 million by the IRS for IT strategy and modernization. This is a big deal, especially considering how much people were questioning Palantir's future with the IRS under new leadership. But clearly, the IRS is still backing Palantir big time. And this contract proves that they're continuing to work together on major projects. So, for anyone doubting Palantir's staying power, this should shut down those concerns. The company's got some serious backing, and it's not slowing down anytime soon. But here's the thing. While some people are still being skeptical and retail investors are a bit scared, Wall Street is definitely taking advantage of the situation. In fact, they're scooping up huge amounts of Palantir shares right now. Just today, it was reported that Morgan Stanley has increased their position in Palantir by a significant amount. According to their most recent 13F filing, they added 6 million more shares, bringing their total to nearly 29 million shares. That's a pretty big vote of confidence in Palantir. And if that wasn't enough, Morgan Stanley actually upgraded their outlook for Palantir from underweight to equal weight just a couple weeks ago, on February 4th. So, while some are sitting on the sidelines, major players like Morgan Stanley are all in, and it's clear they're betting on Palantir to continue pushing forward. When you put everything together, it's easy to see why Palantir could hit new all-time highs. They've landed some big contracts, like the $6 million deal with Health and Human Services and the $137 million deal with the IRS. These aren't just small wins. They show Palantir is getting serious backing from major government players. Plus, Wall Street's clearly on board. With all this momentum, it looks like Palantir is set to keep climbing. Speaking of all-time highs, Palantir isn't the only one making moves. Meta, led by Mark Zuckerberg, has been on a tear recently too, actually hitting a new all-time high. The company has become Wall Street's darling in early 2025, and it's all because of its laser-focused AI strategy. While Meta's planned investments in AI are huge, around 60 to 65 billion in capital expenditures for 2025, it's not just about how much they're spending, it's about how they're applying it. Meta's stock has soared almost 26% since the beginning of the year, marking an incredible 20-session winning streak and reaching a record high of almost $741. The key to their success isn't just big numbers. It's how they've been channeling all that AI power into specific, high-impact areas. And it's paying off big time, with their stock seeing one of the most impressive runs we've seen in a while. And here's the crazy part. Mark Zuckerberg isn't just stopping at AI for Meta. He's got a genius plan in the works. Meta just announced they're diving into developing their own humanoid robot. And this could actually be a game-changer for Palantir too. Meta's planning to invest big in these robots, which are designed to handle household tasks, all powered by AI. They're serious about this. So much so that they're setting up a whole new robotics product group within their Reality Labs division to focus on research and development. The goal? To make these humanoid robots maximize the capabilities of Meta's AI models. This move is huge, and it's not just about robots for the sake of it. Palantir is in the perfect spot to benefit from Meta's humanoid robot project. Think about it. Palantir's AI-driven platforms are all about processing massive amounts of data and making complex decisions, and Meta's robots are going to need that kind of data power to function effectively. If Palantir's technology gets integrated into these robots, it could give Palantir a whole new avenue for growth, potentially making the company an essential part of Meta's vision. If this partnership or integration really takes off, it could send Palantir's stock soaring, possibly even pushing it toward that 1,000 per share mark that some analysts have predicted for 2030. With Meta's deep pockets and its focus on AI innovation, the potential is huge, and it's definitely not out of the question. This kind of collaboration could be the catalyst Palantir needs to break through to the next level, and who knows how high it could go from there. With everything going on, it's almost safe to say that Palantir's massive AI boom just getting started. One analyst summed it up perfectly in a recent appearance on Fox Business. Ed Cofrancesco, the CEO of International Assets Advisory, talked about Palantir's investment potential, even with its high valuation. Sure, the stock is pretty expensive right now, but Cofrancesco pointed out that the company's growth trajectory is solid. He highlighted how Palantir's been making a successful move into the commercial sector and how the current administration's push for AI is a big win for the company. Palantir's government sector earnings are only expected to grow, especially with its deep expertise in data analytics and AI. Cofrancesco also mentioned that since Palantir's IPO, the company's shown consistent strong performance, and he believes that track record will continue to push the stock higher as investors recognize its value. Even though there was a slight dip in stock price during the discussion, Palantir still hit a new intraday record earlier, showing its strength and investor confidence. Cofrancesco also touched on some broader economic stuff, like the Fed's cautious approach to rate cuts, but his overall point was clear. Palantir's future is looking bright, and it's only going to get stronger from here. But what is your opinion on this? Comment down below. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then turn on the notifications bell on this channel. Missing an important Palantir update might make you lose money, so don't risk it. Also, please share this video with as many people as possible. Palantir just announced an insane partnership again today. However, the market just turned sideways. Palantir price crashed massively, spreading fear and doubt to everyone. However, there's a sign of hope rising. The $1,000 mark is closer than you think. But what is actually happening? Is there any confirmation for it? And what on earth am I even talking about? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. Palantir is proving once again that it's unstoppable. Today, the company unveiled an exciting new partnership that's making waves. Elliston Corporation, a leader in construction services, has announced that it's teaming up with Palantir Technologies, the powerhouse in data analytics. Thanks to Palantir's cutting-edge AI and data analytics platform, Elliston is transforming the way it operates. The partnership is all about streamlining processes, boosting efficiency, and setting the stage for major growth. Elliston's CIO, Brandon Milner, shared just how impactful this deal has been, saying, "We are thrilled to finally announce this agreement with Palantir Technologies. This partnership has helped us achieve significant progress in our long-term strategic goals and position the company for continued success in the highly competitive construction technology industry." This is huge for Palantir. It's another big step in showing the world how their technology isn't just for tech companies or government contracts, it's reshaping industries like construction. Each new partnership like this solidifies Palantir's reputation as the go-to solution for solving tough challenges and delivering real results. However, behind all the excitement, there's something brewing, and it's not good. Palantir's stock price just took a nosedive, falling from around $79 to $75 in a blink of an eye. It sent shockwaves through the market. Fear spread like wildfire, and investors were left scrambling, wondering what went wrong. But why is this happening? What's causing the chaos? Well, if you've been keeping up with us, especially if you watched our last video, you might already have a clue. But for those who missed it, here's the deal. Just yesterday, Jim Cramer, one of the loudest and most recognized voices in the stock market world, dropped a tweet about Palantir. He was hyped, saying bullish things about the company and announcing that he's going to start buying shares. Sounds like a win for Palantir, right? Not so fast. If you know anything about Jim Cramer, you know his bold predictions have a reputation for going sideways. It's almost become a meme at this point. The internet has latched onto the idea that whatever he hypes up tends to do the opposite. So when Cramer gets bullish, some investors take it as a bad omen. And here's more. But that wasn't the only hit Palantir took yesterday. Morgan Stanley stepped in and dropped a massive bombshell. They slashed their price target for Palantir to $60, calling it underweight, which basically means that they think it's overpriced and likely to underperform. That kind of news is hard to shake off, especially when it comes from a heavyweight like Morgan Stanley. And now, today, we're seeing the ripple effects. Palantir's price is crashing, investors are panicking, and the sell-off is gaining momentum. It's a tough moment for the company and its supporters, and the fear in the market is all too real. But here's the kicker. The ripple effect isn't just hitting everyday investors. It's shaking up the bigger players too. Just now, a Twitter user revealed something that's hard to ignore. One Palantir insider has reportedly sold their shares for a jaw-dropping $36 million. That's no small move. It's a loud and clear signal that even those on the inside are feeling the heat. If they're jumping ship, it only adds fuel to the fear that's already spreading like wildfire. This isn't just a dip. It's turning into a full-blown storm. Because of all this chaos, the speculation is running wild. One Twitter analyst even predicted that Palantir's price could drop all the way to $50 before it has any chance of recovering. Others are jumping in, saying the stock is a massive bubble. And even if it were to lose half its value, it would still be overpriced. It's a tough look for Palantir right now. The company might be making big moves and signing groundbreaking partnerships, but the market isn't forgiving. The hype, combined with high expectations and sudden doubt from insiders and analysts, is putting enormous pressure on the stock. It's like watching two sides of Palantir's story clash. The unstoppable tech giant pushing industries forward, versus a market that's unsure if it can live up to its own price tag. Right now, the fear is winning out, and it's dragging Palantir's price down with it. But wait, hold on. There's still a glimmer of light at the end of this tunnel. While fear and sell-offs dominate the headlines, some analysts are saying this drop is just a temporary hiccup. In fact, they're predicting that Palantir is being positioned for jaw-dropping price targets, some even as high as $1,000 per share. One particularly bold Twitter post from an analyst caught everyone's attention. It said, "There is zero downside impulse in Palantir left. We may see a shallow retracement to 70 or 75, but then we're headed to Valhalla. $100, $125, $150, $175, and $200 are the immediate targets. After that, $250, $500, and $1,000 are possible this cycle." The confidence in this tweet is hard to ignore. The idea is that Palantir might just be pausing before a massive climb, with short-term corrections paving the way for explosive growth. The analysts' predictions reflect the belief that Palantir's underlying strength, its game-changing tech, and growing partnerships will outweigh the current panic. It's a wild contrast to the doom and gloom we've seen recently, but this optimism speaks to the polarizing nature of Palantir. It's either seen as a bloated bubble on the verge of bursting or a rocket ship ready to shoot past the stars. Right now, Palantir feels like it's caught in a tug-of-war between fear and hope. The next big moves could redefine its trajectory, and for better or worse, the market is watching closely. Speaking of big moves, here's something you'll want to hear. Palantir's partnership with NHS England is still going strong, and it's making waves in the healthcare space. A few months back, NHS England confirmed that Palantir would lead the development of its new Federated Data Platform, or the FDP. This is a massive deal, running for 7 years and valued at hundreds of millions of pounds. The FDP is designed to connect data across hospitals and care systems in England. It's about linking things like patient records, waiting lists, and staff schedules to improve care and tackle challenges like surgery backlogs and patient discharges. Each hospital gets its own version of the platform, but they're all connected under the same system, creating a seamless flow of information. And just today, the NHS revealed its elective care reform plan for the next couple of years, and guess what? Palantir is at the core of it. Amanda Pritchard, the NHS chief executive, called the FDP vital for using AI to improve healthcare. Right now, nearly 90 hospitals are using the platform, with plans to expand it to almost full coverage within the next few years. This partnership is a massive win for Palantir, showing how their technology isn't just helping businesses, it's reshaping industries like healthcare. Despite the turbulence in the stock market, deals like this highlight why Palantir is such a major player in the tech world. So, despite all the noise, fear, and dramatic moves in the market, there's something important to keep in mind: Palantir's long-term potential. One Twitter user summed it up perfectly. There's only one company with enterprise software that works, that governments and corporations can depend on to solve their hardest problems. Soon the world will understand. If you're not first, you're last. What they're saying is simple but powerful. Palantir isn't just another tech company. It's building tools that are essential, tools that governments, corporations, and entire industries rely on to tackle challenges no one else can handle. When the stakes are high, Palantir delivers. And that's why it's hard to bet against them in the long run. Looking ahead, this moment could define Palantir's story. Yes, the stock is going through a rough patch, but the company's work, whether it's transforming healthcare with NHS England or helping businesses like Elliston reach new heights, is creating value that will ripple out for years. For investors, this is the kind of company that rewards patience. The market might swing wildly, but as Palantir keeps proving its worth, those who hold steady could see incredible returns. And on a bigger scale, Palantir's impact is shaping the future, streamlining industries, saving lives, and solving problems that once seemed impossible. In the end, the noise will fade, but Palantir's legacy will only grow. But what is your opinion on this? Comment down below. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then turn on the notifications bell on this channel. Missing an important Palantir update might make you lose money, so don't risk it. Also, please share this video with as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there.